When you speak to agents, they say that demand over the last 7 to 8 years has actually probably gone down for parking, particularly for annual contracted spaces. For offices in particular, actually, it's quite interesting because the demand has particularly changed for annual contracted spaces. So whilst property prices and demand have just gone through the roof over the last 10 years, demand for annual contracted spaces and pricing has pretty much remained flat. What that really shows is that people aren't really coming into the offices every day. They might be working 3 days a week. They might be working in a coffee shop or on the move. So that's pretty much why the uptake for those types of spaces is no longer there. So the demand's actually changing. While people still want to park and drive into an office, they want sort of more flexible options to do that. And that's where I guess JustPark can come in and operate that type of model where we allow people to rent space for a day or a week at a time. Technology's allowed it definitely for people, made it easier for people to pay for parking, much faster, much easier. What you probably still get is some clunky bit of equipment which probably could be improved, and lots of companies out there are trying to do that. I think going forward, it's going to be more about how we can show availability regarding where parking spaces are. And what you find is landlords might have parking spaces that are underutilised, and because we've focused on developing a user base and we've got 2.5 million drivers now that use us, we can direct them directly to their spaces and generate them probably more income than they could achieve versus traditional operators and sources. And then we've got a very smart pricing algorithm which again increases yields by sort of 20 to 30%. Future at JustPark is looking great. We're particularly seeing lots of changes going on around regulation around parking, which we feel like is going to really encompass us. We've working with a lot of local authorities now, which has really increased our user base. And we're seeing a huge amount of demand across all of our key cities now. We've expanded the team, we're a company of 65 people, and just as a brand, it's great to just be recognised out there when you speak to people.